Here is what most people with dry skin do not know. There is a difference between dry skin that is just a little thirsty and dry skin that has a compromised barrier, depleted lipid levels, and a moisture cycle that has been interrupted for so long that normal products barely make a dent. The first one is easy to fix. The second one requires a completely different approach. And if you have been layering moisturizer after moisturizer and still not getting results, chances are you are in the second category and nobody has explained that to you yet. Welcome back to Glow Up Secrets. Today we're going through the complete skincare routine for dry skin. The right products, the right ingredients, the right order, and the right techniques that actually work for the skin type. Not a generic skincare guide with dry skin mentioned as a footnote. An entire video built around you. Stay with me because by the end of this you will understand your skin better than you ever have and you will know exactly what to do about it. Understanding dry skin. Before we talk products, I want you to understand what is actually happening inside your skin. Because when you understand the problem at the root, the solution stops feeling like guesswork. Dry skin is a skin type, not a temporary condition. It means your skin naturally produces less sebum, which is the oil your skin makes to protect and lubricate itself, than other skin types. Sebum is not just oil. It is part of something called your skin's lipid barrier. And that barrier is the layer responsible for keeping moisture locked inside your skin and keeping environmental irritants out. When that barrier is weak or depleted, water evaporates from your skin faster than it should. This process is called transepidermal water loss, and it is the real reason dry skin feels the way it does. It is not just that your skin is not getting enough moisture. It is that whatever moisture your skin does have is constantly escaping because the seal is broken. This explains everything. It explains why you moisturize and feel dry again quickly. The moisturizer is adding hydration, but if your barrier is compromised, it cannot hold any of it in for long. It explains why your skin feels tight, sometimes flaky, often sensitive and reactive. A weak lipid barrier means your skin has less protection against everything from weather to hard water to the wrong cleanser. It also means that not all products are going to work for dry skin the same way they work for other skin types. Dry skin needs products that do three things simultaneously. They need to hydrate, which means adding water content to the skin. They need to moisturize, which means adding oil and lipid content to strengthen the barrier. And they need to occlude, which means sealing everything in so it cannot escape. Most products only do one or two of those things. A truly dry skin routine does all three in layers. And that is exactly what we're going to build today. What dry skin actually needs. The ingredients that change everything. Before I walk you through the routine, I want to give you a crash course in the ingredients that were made for dry skin. Because when you know what to look for, you can pick up any product in any store and know within 30 seconds whether it is going to help your skin or not. The first category is humectants. Humectants are ingredients that attract water and pull it into the skin from both the environment and from the deeper layers of your own skin. The most well-known humectant is hyaluronic acid. It is in almost every hydration-focused product on the market, and for good reason. It can hold many times its own weight in water, and it creates that plump, comfortable feeling in the skin when it is working correctly. Other humectants you want to look for are glycerin, which is arguably even more effective than hyaluronic acid for dry skin because it works at a different depth, aloe vera, and panthenol, which is vitamin B5. The second category is emollients. Emollients are the ingredients that fill in the cracks between your skin cells, smoothing out the surface texture and making your skin feel soft and look even. They work by literally filling the spaces in a compromised skin barrier. 4 dry skin emollients are non-negotiable. The ones you want to see in your products include squalane, which is one of the most compatible oils for human skin, jojoba oil, which mimics the skin's own sebum, shea butter, and fatty acids like linoleic acid and oleic acid. The third category is occlusives. Occlusives are the sealing ingredients. They sit on top of the skin and form a barrier that physically prevents water from evaporating. This is the category that most dry skin sufferers are missing because it sounds heavy and people avoid it. But without an occlusive layer on top, everything else you apply will just evaporate. The most effective occlusive ingredient in existence is petrolatum, which is basically what petroleum jelly is. Shea butter and beeswax also have strong occlusive properties. Oils that are rich in oleic acid like argan oil and marula oil also work as lighter occlusives. The fourth category is ceramides. Ceramides are the lipid molecules that literally form the structure of your skin barrier. They are the mortar between the bricks of your skin cells. When ceramide levels are low, which they often are in dry skin, your barrier loses its integrity and everything falls apart. Skincare products that contain ceramides are actively rebuilding your skin barrier from the outside. For dry skin, this is one of the most important ingredient groups to look for, especially in your moisturizer. Any product you buy for dry skin should ideally have ingredients from at least 2 of these 4 categories. The more categories represented, the more comprehensively it addresses what dry skin actually needs. The dry skin morning routine, step by step. All right, morning routine. Let's build it from scratch in the exact right order. Step 1 is your morning cleanse, and it might not be what you think. Here is something that goes against a lot of conventional skincare advice, but is specifically true for dry skin. You do not always need to cleanse with a foaming or gel cleanser in the morning. Your skin has been resting all night. It has not collected makeup, sunscreen, pollution, or significant oil. What it has done is repair and restore its barrier. Your morning cleanse should be gentle enough that it removes the overnight skincare residue without touching that freshly repaired barrier. For dry skin specifically, the best morning cleanse options are a milk or cream cleanser, a gentle non-stripping foam, or if your skin is very dry and sensitive, a simple rinse with lukewarm water followed by a balm-type cleansing step. What you're never doing in the morning with dry skin is reaching for a foaming gel cleanser that leaves your skin squeaky clean. Squeaky clean is actually the sound of your barrier being stripped. Always use lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water is one of the biggest enemies of dry skin because it dissolves the lipids in your barrier with every wash. Lukewarm water only. Pat dry with a clean soft towel. Step 2 is your hydrating toner or essence. Within 60 seconds of cleansing while your skin is still slightly damp, apply your hydrating toner. For dry skin, you want a toner that is alcohol-free, packed with humectants, and ideally with some soothing ingredients as well. Look for glycerin and hyaluronic acid as key ingredients, and extras like Centella asiatica, beta-glucan, or fermented ingredients, which all have additional skin barrier-supporting effects. Apply it using the palm pressing method, not a cotton pad. Pour a generous amount into your palms. Press both palms together gently. Then press them flat against your face in sections. Forehead, cheeks, nose, chin. Hold for a few seconds each time. This drives the toner into your skin rather than just spreading it on the surface. Step 3 is your hydrating serum. Your morning serum for dry skin should be focused on deep hydration and barrier support. A hyaluronic acid serum with multiple molecular weights is ideal because different sized molecules penetrate to different depths, giving you layered hydration. If your main concern alongside dryness is dull or uneven skin tone, a vitamin C serum is also appropriate in the morning because it works as an antioxidant against daytime environmental damage. Warm 2 to 3 drops between your fingertips and press into your skin while it is still slightly damp from the toner. The damp skin is important for humectants, especially because they need moisture to draw from. If your skin is completely dry when you apply a hyaluronic acid serum, it will pull moisture from the deeper layers of your skin instead of from the surface, which can actually make dryness worse. Step 4 is your moisturizer, and this is the most important step for dry skin. Your moisturizer for dry skin should be rich, not light, not gel-based, rich. For dry skin, you want a cream or balm texture that contains ceramides, fatty acids, and ideally some occlusive ingredients as well. The words to look for on packaging are nourishing, rich, barrier repair, ceramide-infused, or ultra-hydrating. Apply it immediately after your serum while your skin is still holding some surface moisture. Use the palm pressing technique again first to warm the product, then press and gently spread it across your face and down your neck. Your neck needs the same attention your face does. Step 5 is sunscreen, and it is mandatory. Dry skin needs a moisturizing SPF. There are 2 types, mineral and chemical. For dry skin, I generally recommend a chemical SPF or a hybrid SPF because mineral formulas can sometimes sit on top of the skin and look powdery or dry on a skin type that is already prone to a dull matte appearance. Look for SPF formulas that include hydrating ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or niacinamide. Apply the two-finger rule amount and blend it carefully. Your sunscreen is protecting everything you just did and everything your routine is building toward. The dry skin evening routine, where the real work happens. Your evening routine is where you undo the damage of the day, deeply nourish your skin, and give your barrier the tools it needs to rebuild overnight. This is the most important routine for dry skin because night is when skin regenerates most actively. Step 1 is double cleansing, and for dry skin, this needs to be gentle at every stage. Start with an oil cleanser or cleansing balm. For dry skin, oil cleansing is not just about removing sunscreen and makeup. The oil in the cleanser actually replenishes some of the lipids your skin loses throughout the day just from normal environmental exposure. Massage it in gently on dry skin. Emulsify with water, then rinse. Your skin should already feel more comfortable after this step. Follow with a cream or milk cleanser. Not foam, not gel, cream or milk. Your second cleanser is removing the residue from the first cleanse while being gentle enough not to strip what you just put back. Step 2 is your evening toner or essence. Same as the morning. Within 60 seconds. Palm pressing method. For the evening, you can layer your toner 2 to 3 times if your skin is particularly dehydrated. This is called the 7 skin method in Korean skincare and is genuinely transformative for dry skin. You are essentially flooding your skin with lightweight hydration before you start layering thicker products over it. Step 3 is your treatment serum. Evening is when you use your more active serums. For dry skin, this might be retinol for anti-aging and cell renewal, niacinamide for barrier strengthening and evenness, or a peptide serum for collagen support and repair. If you're using retinol, start with the lowest percentage available and use it only 2 to 3 nights a week. Retinol is a powerful ingredient, but it can be drying and irritating if introduced too quickly, which is the last thing you need on already dry skin. Always sandwich your retinol between your toner and your moisturizer to reduce its drying potential. Step 4 is eye cream. The eye area has even fewer oil glands than the rest of your face, and it shows dryness and aging earlier than anywhere else. For dry skin, you want a rich eye cream rather than a lightweight gel. Look for ingredients like shea butter, ceramides, peptides, and squalane. Apply using your ring finger in gentle tapping motions along the orbital bone. Never drag. Step 5 is your night moisturizer. Your evening moisturizer should be richer than your morning one. This is where you really feed your skin. Look for thick cream formulas, night balms, or sleeping masks that contain a combination of ceramides, squalane, shea butter, fatty acids, and if possible, some peptides. Apply generously and do not be afraid of how rich it is. Your skin is going to drink it in overnight. Step 6 is your sleeping mask or face oil as the final seal. This is the step that elevates a dry skin evening routine from good to exceptional. After your night moisturizer has settled for a few minutes, add either a sleeping mask on top or press 2 to 3 drops of a nourishing face oil like rosehip, marula, or squalane oil between your palms and pat it over your moisturizer. This occlusive final layer prevents your skin from losing moisture overnight through transepidermal water loss, which we talked about earlier. You will wake up to skin that looks and feels genuinely different. Product recommendations by category. Now let me give you a category by category guide to what to look for when you're shopping for your dry skin routine. I am not recommending specific brands because what works for one person's dry skin might not work for another's, and I want to give you knowledge you can take to any store at any price point. For your cleanser, look for cream, milk, or balm textures. Ingredients to look for are glycerin, hyaluronic acid, ceramides, and plant-based oils. Ingredients to avoid are sulfates, especially sodium lauryl sulfate, high alcohol content, and strong fragrance. For your toner, look for alcohol-free formulas with glycerin as a primary ingredient. Bonus ingredients include hyaluronic acid, centella asiatica, beta-glucan, and niacinamide. Avoid toners with astringent properties, witch hazel without glycerin, and anything that leaves your skin feeling tingly or tight. For your serum, hyaluronic acid is the gold standard for morning. Look for multi-weight molecules if possible. For evening, ceramide serums, peptide serums, or retinol for those ready to introduce it. Niacinamide works well at any time of day and pairs beautifully with dry skin because while it strengthens the barrier, it also addresses any dullness or unevenness. For your moisturizer, this is the most critical product for dry skin. Look for the words ceramides, fatty acids, shea butter, squalane, and petrolatum or similar occlusives. The texture should feel substantial. If you can put your finger into it and it holds the shape of your fingerprint, that is a good sign for dry skin. For your sunscreen, look for hydrating SPF formulas, ideally SPF 30 to 50, with hydrating added ingredients and a finish that looks natural or slightly dewy rather than matte. For your sleeping mask or overnight treatment, look for formulas that contain multiple occlusive and emollient ingredients together. These are typically thicker than regular moisturizers and are designed to work with your skin's overnight repair cycle. Habits that make or break dry skin. Your routine is only as effective as the habits surrounding it. Here are the ones that specifically affect dry skin. Hot showers are one of the biggest hidden culprits of dry skin. Every time you shower in hot water, you're stripping your skin's lipid barrier. Switch to warm water, and the difference will show on your skin within 2 weeks. Drinking enough water matters, but it is not the fix people expect it to be. Skin hydration and body hydration are related, but not directly equivalent. You need both water intake and topical products working together. One alone is not enough. Humidifiers in your bedroom are one of the most underrated tools for dry skin. Adding moisture back into the air that you sleep and reduces the overnight transepidermal water loss we talked about earlier. A small cool mist humidifier running while you sleep makes a measurable difference in how your skin feels when you wake up. Using your products in the right sequence, and while your skin is damp, is more important for dry skin than any other skin type. Always work on slightly damp skin. The 3 minutes after cleansing are the most valuable minutes in your routine. Diet also matters more for dry skin than most people realize. Omega-3 fatty acid from sources like salmon, flaxseed, and walnuts directly support the lipid barrier from the inside. If your skin is chronically dry despite a solid routine, looking at your fat intake is worth doing. Here is what I want to leave you with today. Dry skin is not a skin problem you manage. It is a skin type you learn to nourish. And the women who have the most glowing, comfortable, even-toned dry skin are not using the most products or the most expensive ones. They're using the right ones in the right order with a real understanding of what their skin needs. You have that understanding now. Use it. Build your routine around hydration, emollients, occlusives, and ceramides. Be gentle every single step. Give your barrier time to rebuild. Take your photos because the changes will be gradual and you'll want to see how far you have come. If this video gave you something real, hit that like button now because it genuinely helps us reach more women who need this. Subscribe to Glow Up Secrets because every week we are here talking about real skincare for real women with real skin concerns. No fluff. No gatekeeping. Drop in the comments and tell me, is your skin more dry during a particular season or is it year-round? I read every single comment. See you next time.